Good day. My name is Ludwing van Pedraza, and today I am going to present my research t- titled The Impact of Using Interactive Educational Resources from PBS Kids to Enhance Listening Skills in English Learners During Virtual Classes. Research is a profound exercise that requires a great deal of sensitivity to gather inputs from the environment and the phenomena established to develop it. As teacher researchers, several factors are intrinsically related to the process. For instance, the conceptual and specific objectives tied to linguistics as well as the broader field of knowledge define the goals and achievements for both students and teachers. This study was developed at the ProEducar Educational Center, a virtual environment that primarily serves adults seeking to complete their secondary education. However, it also includes students like Laura Valentina, a 12 years old girl, daughter of one of the institutional students. Laura was the central participant of this research. Her initial English level was at A1, and the goal was to help her advance to level A2 with a specific focus on listening comprehension. The objectives of research were to evaluate the impact of interactive resources on listening comprehension, to analyze how these activities foster motivation in students, to compare the effectiveness of these resources with traditional methods. The research explored listening scaffolding through the perception, parsing, and utilization framework, evaluating whether target strategies could achieve meaningful improvements. Listening often overlooked in theoretical frameworks compared to other language skills, presented a unique opportunity to contribute to this study. A critical aspect was identifying a resource that motivated Valentina while enhancing her listening abilities. PBS Kids, a US developed virtual platform, emerged as the ideal tool. Its array of games, videos, and activities for young learners provided an engaging environment tailored to language acquisition. The research aimed to demonstrate that combining motivational tools with structured strategies could foster significant progress in listening comprehension and overall engagement. The theoretical basis for this research focused on concepts such as interactivity, gamification, and real-time feedback. Previous studies have shown that gamification improves retention and motivation in language learning, but there is a lack of specific research on how these techniques can optimize listening comprehension in virtual context. A key element was the perception, analysis, and utilization, the PPU model, which breaks down the listening process into three essential stages. This helps structure the activities and assessments to ensure that Laura Valentina's listening skills development was progressive and meaningful. Mm, the research conducted with Laura Valentina Garzón uh, explored the impact of interactive resources from PBS Kids on the development of listening skills in a virtual environment. After an initial assessment, which yielded a score of 60 over 100, level A1 plus, a basic understanding of English and the need to expand vocabulary were identified. Through specifically designed lessons, interactive activities, games, and videos were used that promote vocabulary association, sound recognition, and comprehension in diverse contexts. In addition, the integration of the SMART method in the formulation of personal goals demonstrated the effectiveness of audiovisual resources to encourage motivation and active participation. In the final test, Laura obtained 20 over 30 points, showing progress in the identification of explicit information, although challenge persists in the inference of complex details. In conclusion, the use of PBS Kids resources combined with real-time feedback facilitated the development of listening skills and proved to be an effective strategy to engage and motivate the students. During the lesson, Laura participated in gamified activities with immediate feedback. This included games, videos, and exercises tailored to her level. I concluded with a closing text to compare the results and assess her progress. Additionally, I kept a field journal to record qualitative observation about Laura's motivation and engagement. Lastly, about discussion and conclusions. The research analysis the impact of interactive digital activities in virtual environments such as PBS Kids to improve listening skills in English with a focus on listening comprehension and real-time feedback. Three key aspects were examined. Number one, the impact on comprehension, how these resources foster motivation, and lastly, their efficiency compared to traditional methods. The methodology included initial and final assessment, lesson and plan design, direct observation, and qualitative data analysis. The fundamental concept of the theoretical framework covered interaction on digital platforms, effectiveness in listening comprehension, personalization of learning, and methodological differentiation. The research was applied with A1 level students seeking to reach A2, selected for her idea profile and technological skills. The results show that interactive resources combined with immediate feedback increase participation, motivation, and active learning. Laura Valentina Garzón improved in vocabulary, keyword recognition, and following instructions. In addition, high levels of motivation reflected that intuitive visual and auditory activities facilitate learning. However, challenges were identified, such as incorporating activities that promote critical analysis and diversifying formats to avoid dependence on gamified content. This combination proves to be effective in developing listening skills in virtual environments. However, I also identified that 2 months is not enough to measure the full impact of this type of intervention. Despite this limitation, PBS Kids resources proved to be an effective tool to foster active learning engagement in virtual environments. In conclusion, this research highlights the importance of using interactive and gamified resources to address the challenge of post-pandemic virtual education. I hope that this study inspired further research in the field and helps optimize English language learning in basic level students. Some keywords to take into account are interactivity, feedback, gamification, listening comprehension, and motivation. Thanks a lot for your attention.